Hello and welcome to another episode of SNA. In today's episode, we will update you with some news of progress in semiconductor scenario of India. So if you are keen to hear some positive news, stay tuned till the end of the video. We all love positive news. Positive news gives us hope and strength to combat today's audit. One of our viewers expressed his feeling in comment section. He requested us to give such news every day. We loved how he expressed himself, although such news comes after a while, as process and procedure require some time. For today's episode, we have listed 8 news. Let's share them one by one. News 1. India's PLI capital expenditure to surge to rupees 1,70,000 crore annually by FY26. The Government of India's ambitious production-linked incentive, that is PLI scheme, for semiconductor and advanced chemistry cell ACC batteries will trigger an annual investment of rupees 1 lakh crore in manufacturing capital expenditure from FY24, rising to rupees 1.7 lakh crore by FY26, said the rating agency ICRA. The Indian government's PLI scheme supports Make in India and helps manufacturers reduce dependency on imports of critical items like semiconductors and ACC batteries. Rohit Ahuja, Head of Research and Outreach, ICRA, says, based on our calculations, the annual capex from the PLI schemes are expected to cross rupees 1 trillion from FY24 and may peak at rupees 1.7 trillion in FY26. Hence, FY24 could be an inflection point for a surge in India's manufacturing capex. India's electronics system market is expected to grow by 2.3 times its current size, reaching $160 billion by 2025, reveals a report prepared by Indian Electronic and Semiconductor Association IESA, an industry lobby body. According to the report, semiconductor and ACC batteries account for 70% of the major pending capex deployment. For the next 5 years, the Indian semiconductor and electronics sector is expected to grow at a CAGR of 30 to 35%. The government has established the India Semiconductor Mission to assist applicants. ACC batteries PLI scheme has been approved by 3 entities. The government may increase the PLI outlay, witnessing additional 40 gigawatt-hour capacity applications in the initial bidding. The report further added, the government is also considering launching PLI schemes for a few more sectors such as containers, electrolyzers, power transmission equipment, and so on to ensure that manufacturing capex remain high beyond FY26. However, in the wake of rising input cost and unfavorable economic conditions, execution delays in certain sectors could be a concern, as Mr. Ahuja said. Second news is the center has set up 3 subcommittees to evaluate the proposed project before approving incentives. Government of India has set up 3 subcommittees to evaluate the multi-billion-dollar proposals received after declaration of ISM. Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and Industrial Finance Corporation of India are the part of the subcommittees that will evaluate the proposal. Second committee is formed with officials from National Investment and Infrastructure Fund. Third subcommittee is formed with 21-member expert group of ISM, chaired by Minister Sri Ashwini Vaishnaw, and includes 3 domain experts also. The committees are evaluating each proposals from all aspects, including financial viability, technical expertise, financial capability of the partners. Since all the projects are worth multi-billion and they will receive huge incentive from central and state governments, Government of India is evaluating each proposal very carefully. First, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and then Cabinet must be convinced about all aspects of the project, and then only the project will pass. Third news is homegrown chip maker Polymatech's facility is up and running. Polymatech has commenced the manufacturing of its opto semiconductors and memory modules at Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu. Opto semiconductors are the chips that are used in lighting, medical and food sanitization application and give more than 97% CRI. With a current manufacturing capacity of 4 lakh chips per day, which has already been released into the market, the company plans to scale up manufacturing to 1 million per day, that is 300 million chips per annum. Vietnam. The company has also completely packaged opto-semiconductors in both HTCC and COBs. HTCC is high temperature co-fired ceramic substrate and COB is chip on board. Both HTCC and COBs are closed tools and are wholly conceived, designed and developed by Polymatech. COBs are packed for high power light used for applications in stadium lighting, port lighting, airport lighting, etc. While opto-semiconductors packed in HTCC substrates are used in aircraft, metro train, mining stations, traffic lights, etc. Further, UVA, that is ultraviolet chips in manufacturing are used in medical and food sanitization application. In addition, Polymatech is also in the final stages of production trials for semiconductor chips that will have medical and general applications. According to Sri Aishwarya Rao Nandam, founding president Polymatech, by 2029, the global semiconductor industry market size is predicted to be $1,340 billion and the Indian market will form a significant portion of this industry with a projected growth of $64 billion by 2026. This, coupled with ongoing worldwide chip shortage, makes for immense growth potential. We at Polymatech aim to leverage this global opportunity to fullest and become one of the largest chip manufacturers in Asia by 2025. In July this year, Polymatech announced massive business expansion and investment to the tune of $1 billion in semiconductor chip manufacturing. The company currently has a 150,000 square feet state-of-the-art semiconductor manufacturing facility in Tamil Nadu with temperature and RH controlled clean rooms and machinery imported from Japan. Fourth news is about ISMC's fab at Mysuru. The International Semiconductor Consortium or ISMC has proposed in $3 billion chip fab in Mysuru. In May this year, ISMC inked a $3 billion agreement with Karnataka government to set up a chip manufacturing plant on 150 acres of land in Mysuru's Kochanahalli industrial area. We have already reported this news previously. As per the proposal, the fab can handle 40,000 wafer starts per month of 300 mm, that is 12 inches size wafers at 16.5 nanometer process nodes when running at full capacity. We will now have 4 investors: Tower Semiconductor of Israel, our technology partner that will take 10 to 50% stake. It has been bought over by Intel recently. The 2 Indian companies that will have more than 26% but less than 51% stake, and the balance will be with us. There has been no change in products which we will manufacture or in the total capacity of production. Business Standard quoted Next Orbit director Ajay Jalan as saying, the whole project is waiting for the approval for the fiscal support from Government of India. Once approved, mostly the construction work will start in February. Karnataka Minister of Information Technology, Electronics and Skills Development, Dr. C.N. Ashwath Narayan said in an interview that we will probably become the first state in India to have a semiconductor fab. ISMC has the technology and the capability. Subject to the central government's approval, we hope to see work starting on this plant from February. He added that ISMC would make 40 to 65 nanometer analog chips to cater to the defense and automotive sectors and then to other areas. The minister said he expects the semiconductor foundry to take 4 years to build. It can happen earlier too. Recently, the US government has imposed restrictions on the sales of semiconductors and chip making equipment to China. This is also encouraging companies to consider India as an alternative destination. India already has expertise in designing chips, although the absence of semiconductor fabs means it has dependency on others to fulfill all its chip requirements. State policymakers expect the design capabilities of Indian companies will also attract companies to set up fab in India. The strength of Karnataka is design, where we are number 2 in the world. From chip designing, we now want to become a chip maker, Minister Dr. Narayan added. One news is that ISMC Analog is all set to debt deal with 5-bank consortium led by SBI and 2 Indian companies who are set to pick up a combined stake of anywhere between 26 and 51% in the ISMC. Mostly, these 2 Indian firms are HCL and Reliance. Fifth news is India signs deal with Belgium-based IMEC to get chip making technology. Cutting-edge technology from Belgium-based IMEC will be transferred to the company that sets up a semiconductor plant in India. India's ambition to set up a semiconductor plant in country is slowly coming to reality. The government has signed an agreement with Belgium-based Research and Innovation Hub, Inter-University Microelectronics Center, which will provide the technology to manufacture chips of 28 nanometers and above. Sixth news is signing Right Brain as advisor. Mr. Vinod Dham, who is known as father of the Intel Pentium chip, has signed up to be one of the advisors to the India Semiconductor mission. He, along with a group of individuals, will oversee proposals from firms looking to build semiconductor plants in India under the government's production-linked incentive, that is PLI scheme. In an interview, Mr. Dham said he sees great progress on the country's chip plans and expects some movement to happen within a year. Seventh news is IIIT Delhi launches new BTech program in Electronics and VLSI Engineering. The program will prepare a student to undertake careers in industry, pursue advanced studies for research careers, and different activities involving innovation and problem solving. The Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology, Delhi, has launched its first course in the EE+X format BTech program, Electronics and VLSI Engineering, Electronics Engineering. The EE in EE+X stands for Electronics Engineering, and the X stands for some other field of knowledge or technology that complements electronics engineering. This is an addition to the existing Electronics and Communication Engineering program. The curriculum for EVE program was prepared after much deliberation with the industry and academicians. It will prepare a student to undertake careers in industry, pursue advanced studies for research career, or undertake activities involving innovation and problem solving. IIIT Delhi is also exploring ways to expose EVE students to semiconductor manufacturing and is planning to set up a fabrication facility or forge partnership with existing facilities in the region. This exposure will further distinguish the students from the graduates from other institutes, said Anuj Grover, an associate professor of ECE department at the institute. Eighth news is about India-Taiwan trade relations. India-Taiwan trade relations always been low-key because of Indian apprehension about possible reaction from China. Recently, the relationship between India and Taiwan is going through some important changes. All these developments are slow-paced, although it appears now that India intends to expand and strengthen its economic ties with Taiwan significantly. Taiwan's Deputy Minister of Economic Affairs, Mr. Chen Chan-chi, was on an official visit to India recently. He addressed a delegation of businessmen and investors, including IT companies, with the goal of accelerating the pace of cooperation between India and Taiwan. Discussion between two countries are going on regarding a number of issues like free trade agreement, cooperation on semiconductor and supply chain issues. Taiwan is considered a leader in semiconductor manufacturing, and India is keen to develop its semiconductor ecosystem with a goal of becoming a global hub for electronics manufacturing and design. This collaboration with Taiwan will help India. From building an exclusive township to setting up a massive semiconductor facility, Taiwan is looking to collaborate in all spheres. Well, we had all these updates. Building a semiconductor ecosystem requires a lot of factors at right places, starting from investment, policy support from government, right infrastructure building, skill development, choosing right advisor and partners, etc. We are sharing news of such advancement for a while and can clearly see things are moving in right direction. Industry veterans also very hopeful with future of India in global semiconductor scenario. Share your comment with us. That is much for today. We will be back with another episode of SNA. Till then, stay tuned and stay focused. Namaste and Jai Hind.